Today on Trisha. When couples say I do, what they should really say is I won't, as in cheat.
She left me when she was 4 months pregnant.
When did you find out that they were a couple?
The day before she left me.
I had found dirty pictures of women on William's phone.
What was she wearing in the picture?
Nothing.
Today, 2 marriages at stake, and what will save them or sink them is the cold, hard truth. What happened about this condom in the alleyway?
I was 9 months pregnant. I don't know why that's used condom in the hallway.
What is this story about the hickey on the neck? What did he tell you?
It was a bug. A bug bit him on the neck.
Dwayne won't let go of the past.
She let another man cut my baby's umbilical cord. I love it when I don't trust her. See what she did.
Because you don't trust yourself.
Okay, what I did
Grow up.
5
Be a
years
man.
ago.
But are his accusations just cover for his own cheating? Explain to me, you in bed, the girl asleep on the bed? 2 girls.
I didn't even sleep with her that day. When she
Not
left
that day.
That day.
He's got an excuse for everything. Sneaking out in the middle of the night.
He's waltzing in at 4:10.
You know what? You was dreaming it.
But excuses won't work on a lie detector. The phone calls you tell your wife are wrong numbers. Are they really women you are having sex with? You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined.
The Trisha Show starts here. I want everyone to meet Christina. Now, sitting with Christina is her mother, Carol. Christina is madly in love with her husband, Dwayne, and they have 3 beautiful children together. But apparently he does not feel the same way. 3 weeks ago, he kicked Christina out of their home. You see, Christina admits she briefly left Dwayne for another man years ago, and she says Dwayne never got over it. He's been accusing her of lying and cheating ever since. Well, now Christina says his accusations have spiraled out of control. Watch this.
My wife is a cheater. She left me when she was 4 months pregnant for another guy and started her own family with him. She let another man cut my baby's umbilical cord. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And I know she slept with my family member. I got witnesses that said that they seen them together. I know she got dudes coming into my house, sleeping with them while I'm at work. I found a used condom in my house. We don't even use condoms. I can never trust her. I can't see it happening. It's not what I want, it's just what she became. She may be the mother of my 3 kids, but she don't act like my wife.
So, Christina, let's get this into perspective. How long ago did all of this happen, that you left Dwayne for another guy? How long?
6 years ago.
6 years ago. And since then, what's life been like?
It's horrible. Ever since we got back together, he's always accusing me of cheating on him.
And what about going to work? Have you got a job?
I had a job. When I was going to work, he accused me of sleeping with my coworkers. He came to my job screaming and yelling at my managers and my coworkers, and I just quit before I got fired.
So, have you cheated on him since then?
No.
But he doesn't believe you?
No. I don't go anywhere.
And Carol, what's it like seeing your daughter go through this?
I don't like it. No. I didn't put her on this earth to be treated like garbage, intimidated. You know, this is my child. This ain't you to just step on. This ain't you to sit there and say, oh, you mine, you know. No, this is my child. Don't do that.
Okay, what does he call you?
He calls me bitches, hoes, sluts. If he's not accusing me of cheating on him, he was asking me to marry him. We got married 6 months ago. You've been accusing me of cheating on you for the last 6 years.
So he married you even though he thinks you're a hoe?
cheating on him, right. If he's not asking me to marry him, he's telling me I'm cheating on him. Like, it's like, one day I'm cheating, one day will you marry me? One day I'm cheating, one day will you marry me?
That must mess with your head. You got kicked out of home 3 weeks ago. What happened?
We were arguing, and he kept telling me I was cheating on him, and I was just tired of him. Like, what you got text message in your phone from another girl saying she missed you, so how am I cheating on you?
So you started arguing about all of this.
Yeah, and then he was like, and I'm like, well, if I make you so happy, then why am I here? He was like, you ain't got to be here, you can leave.
So where are you living now?
I moved to my aunt's house.
Not even in the same area. He in the city, she in the suburbs.
Is he still accusing you, or he can't?
Yeah.
And Carol, do you think that he keeps an eye on her?
24/7.
What if he's not around? Does he get other people to spy on her?
Oh, yes.
Where she stays now is the community, is his family.
They're all keeping an eye on you to make sure that
Well,
you
they
don't
all
stray.
think he's crazy.
Oh, really?
We put it like this, it's a helicopter that keeps revolving.
So his own family thinks
Like,
he's crazy for
yeah.
thinking that you're
They
cheating.
always say she not doing nothing. She either with you or with the kids. Like, she don't go nowhere.
You know how they
She
have
don't
that
no
saying,
friends.
when you see, well, if you see Dwayne, you see Christina. If you see Christina, you see Dwayne. They're inseparable. That's how that always was. They're constantly together.
So there's no way that she could cheat anyway. So what happened on the 4th of July?
I asked him, could I go to my friend's house for a couple hours?
You had to ask him?
I asked, could I go to my friend's house? And he said, yeah, you could go for a little bit. And then when I was there, he was like, we're having
And
fun.
where were the kids? With her?
With me.
Yeah.
So we were all having fun. The kids were playing. We're watching movies, talking. I haven't had like girl talking forever, so we're just talking. And hours went past. And then when he called, he was like, "What y'all doing? Having orgies? Like you locked the kids in a room and y'all just having a good old time, and the kids locked in a room."
So you can't have any friends, I'm guessing.
I don't have any friends.
And what happened about this condom in the alleyway?
It was in the hallway. It's like a common hallway.
In the house.
In the common
the house.
hallway. It's a 2-flat.
And
So
what-
it was
what
in
did
our
he say?
common hallway that we share with our neighbors. And he woke me up and threw it in my face and was like, why is it a used condom in the hallway? I was 9 months pregnant. I don't know why there's a used condom in the hallway.
So at 9 months pregnant, he thinks you're getting with somebody in the hallway?
Yeah.
So what happens about sex life? Is there one?
Not really.
No?
Maybe every once in a while. But if he's not like accusing me of cheating there, he's not home. He either at work or asleep or in the streets.
And let me guess, he says because you're not interested in sex, you must be doing it with somebody
Right,
else.
exactly.
That's the way it usually goes.
Not because I've been at work for 8 hours, come home, clean up the house, cook, and take care of the kids, and now I want to go to sleep because I have to do it all over again in the morning.
Do you love him?
Yes.
Do you want
More
to
than
be with?
anything
Do
in
you
the
want to
world.
be with him right now?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Despite all of this?
Yeah, I just want us to work it out. I want my kids to have both their parents, but I don't want them to see both their parents arguing every day. I just want him to learn that I'm not cheating on him, so we can actually have a happy home. We get along on everything. That's the only problem that we do have.
I think the cheating should have been left behind. I think he should grow up and realize, is you 24 soon to be 25? Or is you 25 going to be 1? Grow up.
Now, you told me about that text message that he got saying,
yeah.
I miss you. Have
Yeah,
you ever
she's like-
caught him out with another woman?
Yeah, I caught him one day. I was coming home from work. I caught him in bed. He had on his boxers, and there was another girl laying on him.
And what was the excuse for that?
He said he fell asleep, and she must have got in bed with him when he was asleep.
And who's this she? Someone you both know?
I didn't know her, no.
Do you think that he is cheating? Your son-in-law is cheating, Carol? Do you think he's cheating? You do?
Yes.
You think that maybe he's accusing her because he feels guilty
he has a
himself?
guilty
If you
conscience.
point a finger, how many fingers pointing back at you? You
Woo!
tell me.
Okay. Okay, so what do you want to change? You're doing a lie detector test. If it comes back and says that
I'm not cheating. I want him to know that I'm not cheating on you. Like, I love you. We've been together for 6 years.
Yeah,
We
but
have
do you
3
want him to
kids.
change? Is he going to
Yes,
change?
he has to change, or we're not going to be together. You're not going to constantly accuse me of cheating on you when I'm here taking care of your kids, taking care of you.
But the funny thing is, all 3 kids are by one man. She's been with this man since she was 16. Make one mistake, don't hold me to it. May the Lord bless you, but don't hold me to one mistake
I
that
was a
you
little girl.
constantly doing
I
right
was
now.
17 years old when I left him, and then we got back together. Like, I was a little girl. I'm
So if
24
he
years
can't-
old.
if
I
he-
grew up now.
If he couldn't leave it in the past, why come back to
Right.
you? Why even marry you? All right, well, as you know, both husband and wife agreed to take lie detector tests. So when we come back, we'll hear Dwayne's side of the story, and we'll find out what the lie detector results have to say. Coming up,
Hello, but I don't trust her. See what she did.
Because you
man.
don't trust
Okay,
yourself.
but I did
Grow
5
up. Be a
years
man.
ago.
explain to me, you in bed, the girl asleep on the bed? Two girls.
I didn't even sleep with her that day. When she
Not that day.
That day.
And later, sneaking out in the middle of the night.
He's waltzing in at 4:10.
You know what? You was dreaming.
Married with Secrets.
The lie detector determined.
Today on Trisha. Welcome back. Welcome back. We've been talking to Christina, who's here today to put an end to her husband Dwayne's relentless accusations and wild suspicions that she's sleeping with other men behind his back. Now, Christina and her mom Carol say Dwayne is the guilty party in this marriage. In fact, as we heard before, Christina claimed she walked in on him in bed with another woman. Well, Dwayne has been listening backstage, so let's bring him out and hear what he has to say. So, Dwayne, come on out. So, Dwayne, if you think your wife is a hoe and messing around, why marry her 6 months ago?
I want to have a family.
Then why is you gonna treat her like the way you doing there? Why you gonna sit there and call her a hoe? Why you gonna sit there and call her a tramp? If she's everything to you, then if she's everything to you,
like one if I sit in the house all day.
You know her better than this.
Yeah, y'all sitting up here stunning in front of America. All of America. Y'all gonna stand in front of all of America and act like she's just so innocent. Look.
Okay, let's go back. Are you thinking once a cheater, always a cheater?
Once a cheater, always a cheater. That's, man, if you show signs and stipulations of cheating, you must be a cheater.
Okay, well, how do I show signs if I sit in the house all day with 3 kids? I go to work, I come home, I cook, I take care of the kids, I chase them around all day.
Man, you just got a job like a couple of weeks ago. Don't act like you can go to work, come home, and all that extra stuff, all that, man.
I just had a baby a couple weeks
Hang
ago.
on, she couldn't have a job before because you didn't like her working at the car dealership. What was the problem with her working there?
And there was a lot of goofy stuff happening up there.
Like what? Like what?
Constant. Man, it was like a school.
But now wait a minute, before somebody else got hired there, you guys were doing just fine. But somebody else got hired there.
Dwayne, I'm interested in here. You're saying that when she was working at the car dealership, there were too many guys around talking to her and what have you.
Talking to her. So she never at her desk. I call up. Oh, she in the washroom. She called me back 2 hours later. Oh, I was in the bathroom. Oh, I called you 2 hours ago. That's a dead issue. I don't even need that no more.
So
just every day. This ain't like 1 time, 2 times,
the condom
3
in
times.
The condom in the hallway. What was that? Condom in the hallway.
Condom in the hallway. I took off my shoe, grabbed it with my sock. Took off my sock. I grabbed the condom up. Used condom in my hallway.
But she was 9 months pregnant,
I was 9
wasn't
months
she?
pregnant, getting the
But
best
who else?
Hey, she was pregnant when she left me last.
And your
I don't really want to hear it.
So let's go back to what started this. You two got together when you were teenagers, and she left you. How did you feel about that? Did you see it coming?
She got pregnant. I was happy. I'm running around telling everybody in the streets, oh, I'm about to be a father. I'm like, man, it's all good. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another job. I'm going to take care of both of y'all. We're going to get this together. You know what I'm saying? In the meanwhile, I'm working these 16 hours.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, while I'm working these 16 hours, I come home, I got to hear about her day with this dude.
So when did you find out that they were a couple? They were having an affair?
I found out they was a couple the day before she left me.
How long was she with him?
She was with him up until the point where she found out I had a girlfriend, then she wanted to come back.
Why'd you take her back then?
Because I wanted to be a family, man. I love her. That's the only girl I ever fell in love with.
All right, so you got a lot of explanations for what you think happened. So explain to me, you in bed, the girl asleep on the bed? Two girls.
I didn't even sleep with her that day. When she
Not
left
that day. Did you sleep with the girl then or before?
After.
Oh, after
I left.
For sure.
Where's her text messages?
Okay, at the
Where's
same
her
time.
text messages?
Where's her sex at? Where's her
It don't matter. It don't matter. She's a young 24-year-old mother of 3 kids. Ain't no time for sex.
Working out.
Ain't no time for sex.
Okay, wait.
Maybe you come home sometimes to help me. I wouldn't be so tired.
So why'd you get
Really
married?
don't help you with the kids?
Hang on, just a minute. Why'd you get married to her? Why did you marry her? If she's
I married her because I wanted to have a family.
Not because you love her?
And if it don't work with her, then it ain't gonna work with nobody.
Well, then I guess
Just
You
that
love her,
simple.
but you don't trust her.
at
I
all.
love her, but I don't trust her. See what she did,
Because you
man.
don't trust
Okay,
yourself.
but I did
Grow up.
5
Be
years
a man.
ago. 5 years ago, really?
You just said 6 years ago. Now it's 5 years ago. Just bring
Okay.
it on. It was 4 years ago.
Okay, look, we've got a
Been
lot.
together all 7 years.
Let's just calm it down for a moment, because let's remember there are 3 children at stake here. 3 beautiful kids. So that's why we have our polygraph examiner, Tim Acosta, here to help this couple uncover the truth on both sides. Okay. Now, as usual, I will only be given the questions that were asked of both of you. I can tell Tim what the answers were, and Tim's going to tell us whether you were telling the truth or not. So, let's... So, here are Christina's questions. So, Christina, here's what you were asked. Did the used condom in the hallway come from you having sex with someone? You said no. Tim, what did the lie detector show?
The lie detector determined.
Coming up...
She made one mistake in her life.
Dwayne, what do you want to say?
One mistake.
But first, what is this story about the hickey on the neck? What did he tell you?
It was a bug. A bug bit him on the neck.
You are the Five. Get off my stage.
Married with Secrets.
The lie detector determined.
Today on Trisha. Joining us on stage is Lillian. Lillian suspects that her husband of nearly 2 years, William, has been stepping out on their marriage. And she feels she has every right to be suspicious. You see, when William came home one day with a giant hickey on his neck, Lillian says he claimed he was attacked by a giant bug. And Lillian says that's just one of her husband's tall tales. So let's take a look at Lillian's story.
As a child, I learned from my mother that you always gotta stick to your man through thick and thin. When I first got with William, he started seeing other women at work. Little did he know that we all knew that he was seeing us. I know William is not going to work when he say he does, because his time and his hours don't add up with his pay stub. I had found dirty pictures of women on William's phone, and when I asked him about it, he said it wasn't his fault because he didn't ask them to send it. Women are always calling his phone, and when I pick up, they tell me it's the wrong number. If William fails this lie detector test, oh Lord, he's gonna get what's coming to him.
Lillian, tell me, how did you celebrate your 1-year anniversary?
He was gonna go to work, then called me on lunch saying that he was gonna do overtime, coming home at 9 o'clock. Little did he know that I had called his job that morning, and his supervisor told me he wasn't at work. When I called at 4 o'clock, his code worker told me that he never showed up.
This is your anniversary.
This is our anniversary. On Valentine's Day, we got married.
So what time did he get home?
About 9 o'clock at night.
And what?
Tired, jumped in the shower, talking about he had a hard day's work. Really?
Whoa.
Not at work, with somebody else, maybe.
Did you confront him? Did you say you rang his work and said...
Yes.
And what did he say?
He said that people don't like him at work. That's why they're gonna lie on him.
Now, he's got a nice little beard going on there. Was it always like that, or he's cut
Oh,
it?
no, he cut it.
Why?
Because I told him to cut it, because he was coming home with smell of around his stuff. Yes, ma'am.
He actually shaved because you said that?
Yes. Even though he said he denied it and I'm bipolar and I'm crazy and I need medication, he went to the bathroom that day and shaved.
Now, what about these phone calls?
When he goes take a shower, I pick up his phone and I be like, hello, and they be like, hello, and they giggle and say, oh, I'm sorry, wrong number, and hang up. When I approach him about it, he says, oh, no, it's a wrong number. Really? So call it back. As soon as he calls back, he be like, oh, this is a wrong number. Stop calling. My wife thinks I'm cheating on you. Okay, that's giving the next girl a sign that I'm standing there and I know that she's calling.
I get it. So how many women do you think he's cheating with then?
I think he's been cheating with at least 5 to 7 women.
Really?
Yes.
You and William are married, am I right, Lily?
Yes.
Well, how come you're not wearing a wedding band?
Oh, he sold it a month later after we got married. Yes.
How come?
The excuse he told me was that he needed gas money to get to work. Now, mind you, we got flat screens, we got laptops, we got iPhones.
But he sells your wedding ring.
But he demanded demanded my wedding rings. Take them off. I'm gonna sell them.
Does he have a wedding ring?
Oh no, he sold both of
So
them.
let's go through what happens. If the lie detector test comes back and says this was all in your head, are you going to apologize to him?
Yes, I will.
You will.
And I'll stop accusing him. But if it don't, oh, Jesus, he's gonna get what's coming to him. Okay?
All right.
Yeah.
Now, it might not surprise you to know that William claims Lillian is the one who's telling lies. So when we come back, we'll hear his side of things and we'll get to the lie detector test results.
Yes.
Coming up, sneaking out in the middle of the night.
He's waltzing in at 4:10.
You know what? You was dreaming.
And later. Have you had sexual contact with anyone other than Dwayne since you got back together with him? Married with Secrets.
The lie detector determined.
Today on Trisha. We're back with Lillian, who says she's constantly catching her husband William in lie after outrageous lie, and she suspects he's been cheating on her throughout their entire marriage. Well, she's here today to get to the truth. Now, William's been backstage. He's shaved off his beard, and we found out why earlier. He's been listening to each and every accusation, so I want to hear what he has to say. So, William, come on out. Hi. Hi.
How you doing?
You'll forgive me if I look at your beard and remember what Lillian said. You really shaved it off because you
I
smelled
have to shave. You know, I get that 5 o'clock shadow, so I have to shave.
But you had a beard before. How come you changed it?
She was accusing me, so I had to change it.
Oh, and where's your wedding ring?
I had, I call it a rough month, so I had to sell the rings.
You couldn't pick nothing else? It had to be the rings? Seriously? A year later, I still don't have my rings on.
Now, what is this story about the hickey on the neck? What did he tell you?
It was a bug. A bug bit him on the neck.
Okay. I'm from Florida.
Right.
You know, that's the breeding ground because it's hot and it's water. It's the breeding ground for bugs.
Yeah.
So now, when I go outside, I have to put a turtleneck on, long sleeve shirt, just so I don't have to hear her.
He's lying. He's lying. You know why? Because when he go mow the lawn, he ain't got no shirt on and a pair of shorts. So I don't know why he's lying about turtleneck and all that.
Because the temperature's getting cold.
It's getting cold.
It's getting cold.
It's getting cold. Okay. What happened on your first anniversary?
I had to work that day.
You never showed up. I called, then your supervisor said you wasn't there. That afternoon I called, and your coworker said you wasn't there. So where were you?
I work at one of the biggest hospitals in the world. So for them to keep track of me, you know, it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
You know, I was there, I was at work.
No, it isn't, because when you're working, and no matter what building you're in, they'll transfer my call to you.
Some of the people I work with, you know, aren't fond of me. You know, I'm kind of bold at work, so I mean, I could see.
Do you get women coming onto your work?
All the time,
Yeah.
all the time.
Beautiful
but,
women?
Beautiful women,
Stunning.
but stunning.
Stunning
But
women.
I'm married, so I don't make any moves.
But how do they know you're married if you?
Because I tell them.
Oh, you tell
Oh,
them.
really?
I tell them.
Really? That's why we get phone numbers and naked pictures on the phone. 2, 3
the naked picture
phones
she's
put
talking
away
about-
around the house.
The naked picture that she's talking about is a co-worker that I used to work with. You know, I hadn't seen her in almost 7, 8 months. And
Now you've seen a lot of her.
and she just happened to send me a pic.
Jesus.
She just happened to send me a picture.
Yeah.
You know,
What was she wearing in the picture?
nothing.
He didn't also say that he had bumped into her at a red light, okay, and went to her house.
The picture was coming. I bumped into her at a light, so I wanted to get the story straight. Hey,
So you went back to hers to get the story straight?
Yes.
I told her, I said, look, I'm married, you know, I can't send me no pictures like that.
You had to go back to her house to tell her that?
I mean,
And
it's
he's
traffic. The
lying
light's
because she
green.
kept calling and calling until I said something.
If the light hadn't changed to green, you would never have gone to that woman's house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now, Lillian, I understand you accused William of sneaking out in the middle of the night.
Because I wake up at 3:30 in the morning. All the lights are off but the bathroom light. I knock in the bathroom.
Yeah.
No answer. Not unless he turns to the invisible man. I open up the door. There's nobody there. I check around the house. He's waltzing in the back door at 4:10.
Oh, she knows
And I tell him, I said, how didn't you realize that I turned on the kitchen light and left the bathroom door open?
I tried to tell her, I said, you know what? You was dreaming it. Because I don't, when I'm at the house, I don't leave the house. You know, I mean.
You're lying, because the second time I caught you, okay, I had my eyes closed because I was praying to God, please don't let me beat this man down, okay? And I told you.
Are you telling me you've never cheated?
No, I never cheated.
Never?
Never
you
cheated.
might have fooled around a little bit.
No, I never fooled around.
No, nothing.
When I got married,
cheat.
I got married because I love my wife. I wanted to settle down. I wanted a family, and that's how I've been.
Okay. Well,
Oh, me looking like the victim right now. Oh, it's all in my head.
All right.
Let's see.
up next. The phone calls you tell your wife are wrong numbers. Are they really women you are having sex with? You said no. And later.
Can we grow up? Can we be 24 now? Can she be a woman, a wife that you married, that you made promises to? Death do us part.
You are the foul. Get off my stage.
Married with Secrets.
The lie detector determined.
Today on Trisha.
As a child, I learned from my mother that you always gotta stick to your man through thick and thin. When I first got with William, he started seeing other women at work. Little did he know that we all knew that he was seeing us. If William fails this lie detector test, oh Lord, he's gonna get what's coming to him.
Where's your wedding ring?
I had, what's called a rough month, so I had to sell the rings.
You couldn't pick nothing else? It had to be the rings? Seriously?
What happened on your first anniversary?
I had to work that day.
You never showed up. I called and your supervisor said you wasn't there.
Are you telling me you've never cheated?
No, I never cheated.
As usual, I only have the questions. Tim has all the answers. So here we go. We asked William, did you have any sexual contact with the neighbor who knocked on your window? You said no. Tim, what did the lie detector show?
The lie detector determined that William was being truthful.
We asked William, the phone calls you tell your wife are wrong numbers. Are they really women you are having sex with? You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined that William was being truthful.
The day your sister-in-law called your wife's cell phone, did a woman answer the phone? You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined that William was being truthful.
We asked. Did you have any sexual contact with anyone other than your wife since you were married? You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined that William was being truthful.
And here we go, one more. One more. Woo. And the final question, we asked William, do you love Lillian? He said yes. Tim?
The lie detector determined that William was being truthful.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I won't accuse you anymore. I'm not gonna stop being a but I will not accuse you anymore.
So, William, I think that the fact is that your husband's probably a popular guy with, you know, because you got the talk and...
You know, when I first met my wife, I told her, I said, you know what? I have this bad luck about me. Things just don't look right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
and that's true.
I told her that.
Is so
I told her, I
true.
said, but you know what? There will never be a woman that will ever come between us. I will always be faithful to you. I love you to death, and you're my soulmate. And I'm here for you.
I love you too, baby.
You need to go off together and you need to make it up to him.
I will. Any way you want, baby.
Be my guest.
Thank you for having us on the show.
Oh, you're welcome. Good luck. Don't you just love a happy ending? Yeah. You're all soppy. We'll be right back. Up next.
Can we grow up? Can we be 24 now? Can she be a woman, a wife that you married, that you made promises to? Death do us part.
Married with Secrets.
The lie detector determined.
Today on Trisha.
My wife is a cheater. She left me when she was 4 months pregnant for another guy and started her own family with him. Needless to say, she was a straight hoe. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And I know she slept with my family member. I found a used condom in my house. We don't even use condoms.
Why marry her 6 months ago?
I want to have a family.
Then
Most
why
of us
is you gonna treat her like the way you
grew up
doing
in
this?
broken family
Why is you gonna sit there and call her a hoe? Why is you gonna sit there and call her a tramp?
Why she gonna
If
sit
she's
up there and act
everything
like
to
one?
you, then.
So, that's why we have our polygraph examiner, Tim Acosta, here to help this couple uncover the truth on both sides. Okay. Now, as usual, I will only be given the questions that were asked of both of you. I can tell Tim what the answers were, and Tim's going to tell us whether you were telling the truth or not. So, let's... So, here are Christina's questions. So, Christina, here's what you were asked. Did the used condom in the hallway come from you having sex with someone? You said no. Tim, what did the lie detector show?
The lie detector determined she was telling the truth.
Okay, we asked Christina, did you have any sexual contact with the guy who knocked on the door? There was some guy who came and knocked on the door.
Knocked on my door the day after I found the condom in the hallway. He acting like he don't even know who
But you
lived there.
intimidating to everybody. So whoever answers the door, you have an intimidated look. You already know how it is. Everybody's
let's
around
find
there. You
out.
cleaned up the act around your house. You protected your family around the house. Now how many people come sitting on your
Come on,
stairs
man.
at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Let's find out. Let's find out.
But it doesn't matter.
The question was, did she have any sexual contact with this guy who knocked on the door?
No, that
Christina said
intimidating man in
no.
life.
Tim?
The lie detector determined she was telling the truth.
We asked Christina, did you have any sexual contact with Dwayne's cousin? You said no. Tim?
The lie detector determined she was being truthful.
And why would you believe him in the first place?
Okay, we asked
Come on
Christina,
now.
have you had sexual contact with anyone other than Dwayne since you got back together with him? You said no. Tim, what did the lie detector show?
The lie detector determined she was being truthful.
No! You have a good girl there. You knew this from day one. Since she was 16 years old.
nothing
You
wrong.
knew she was
I
a
would do
good
nothing
girl. She
else.
made one mistake in her life.
Dwayne, what do you want to say?
One mistake.
What do you want to say?
One
Man, I'm
mistake.
sorry, man, but at the same time,
Are you really sorry?
You really exposed that little hoishness to me, man. It wasn't really that.
But she was
Come on,
only
man.
18. Can we grow up? Can we be 24 now? Can she be a woman, a wife that you married, that you made promises to? Death do us part. No matter what goes on between you two, no matter what, grow up.
What do you want to say? Now, everything that you thought about, everything that you were convinced was true, the condom in the hallway, the dude knocking on the door, the cousin, the this, the that, everything that you believed
the
of her,
buses,
the
the
lie
hoes,
detector
Taken.
The lie detector showed that she's been truthful when she's been telling you she hasn't been with anyone. You have put her through hell, and it was all for nothing. What do you want to say to her?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Are you really sorry?
Yes, I am truly sorry.
So should we find out what your lie detector says?
Go ahead.
Dwayne, I don't usually do this. In fact, I've virtually never done this, but is there anything you want to admit to before we come to the lie detector test results? I never do this. Hang on, I never do this, but I'm giving him the opportunity. Now he knows what happened, to be honest.
Man, I know when we first got back together, I kept my ex around. You know what I'm saying? But look, I told her, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't trust you.
Anyone else?
It ain't like an all-the-time thing. I just go outside and have fun.
How many times?
Quite a few times.
3, 4?
3, 4.
Okay, so let's see, Tim's nodding. So we asked, did you have sexual intercourse with the girl that you were texting? You said no. Tim, shock us.
He admitted to making out with her.
So you didn't go the whole way, but you went to what?
You went halfway with her.
I kissed the chick. That's about it.
After I had a baby, I just had a baby.
What did she do to you?
What was the point?
Hang on, just a minute.
Okay, you had a baby a month ago. When you had sex in 3 months.
It doesn't matter.
I was pregnant.
I'm walking around hot as can be. Really, the bottom line is,
You married
it's
her?
always the excuse with you.
Ain't no excuse.
Just a minute. I would love for men to get pregnant and see how sexy they felt. All right. We asked, did you have sexual intercourse with the girl that you were caught in bed with? And I think, you said no, Tim.
Dwayne admitted to receiving oral sex from her that day.
Yeah.
But he did admit to having sex with her.
Yeah. And you said that.
And you told me you didn't sleep with her.
Sex with her that day.
No,
You said you didn't sleep with her, though. But
No,
you kept telling me you didn't sleep
It
with
was
her.
kind of the Bill
So
Clinton
you ain't
thing, I
sleep with her
think.
that day.
Did you have sexual contact with any other women within the last year? You said no. Tim?
Dwayne admitted to having sex with, he believes, 5 women.
Yeah. In the last year?
He says that he had sex at a bachelor party.
6 months ago.
I had to actually
months ago,
reword the
Dwayne. Really? Are
question
you
and ask
serious?
him. I had to reword the question, Trisha, and ask him another question to take into consideration what he admitted to.
Right.
So I reworded the question to, did you have sexual contact with more than the 5 women you admitted to? His answer was no, and it was truthful.
Oh, so 5 women.
So you cheated on me with 5 women in less than a year. And we just got married 6 months ago.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. So she went off, since you met her, she went off with one guy when she was still a teenager. Since then, you have been with numerous women. So who's the hoe in all of this?
Numerous women. I mean, look. I'm running like a bad guy right now.
What do you want
I'm the bad guy.
Just a minute.
Her.
I'm telling you now, you really have an opportunity, and I think you said at the beginning with all of America watching, you have an opportunity to make some pledges, make some promises, and stick to them. You switch. What do you want to say? Do you want to be with him?
No.
You don't? Because of all those women? And because of how you've been treated?
Right. I've been called whole sluts. I'm doing this and that. But really, he the one doing it.
Are you saying that you only want to be friends for the sake of the children?
Yes.
Is that something you can live with?
Yeah, I can live with that.
He don't care.
100.
Do you want to be with her?
Yes, I want to be with her.
I moved on Wednesday. I'm not moving back.
So which door do you go through, with him or that door?
That door.
Good luck. Married with Secrets.
The lie detector determined.
Today on Trisha. Okay, so sometimes everything is not as it seems. That's where Tim Acosta comes in, and that's where the truth comes in. So be ready for it.
Thanks, Tim.